The train to San Diego. Voice. Calm, reflective, slow-paced, with emotional depth. Opening. My name is Michael Rivera. I used to believe life happened to me. Not because of me. But that changed one cold night in November, when I met a man who quoted Shakespeare, refused to answer questions directly, and insisted that imagination was more real than facts. His name was Abdullah, and what I learned from him changed my life forever. Chapter 1. Lost in Los Angeles. In 2018, I was stuck, 34 years old, living in a shared apartment in East LA, working 9 to 6 at a logistics company, barely making rent, single, broke, spiritually flatlined. But more than anything, I wanted to move to San Diego and start a new life, near the ocean, writing music again, living with peace, freedom. The problem? No money, no job there, no connections, just a dream and a lot of doubt. One evening, scrolling through YouTube like always, I stumbled onto a video titled Neville Goddard, Feeling is the Secret. I listened once, then twice, then 5 times, and something about it struck me deep, like he was reminding me of something I already knew but had forgotten. Chapter 2. The Stranger at the Cafe. 3 days later, I stopped at a coffee shop downtown, a small one, the kind no one notices. That's where I saw him, an older man in a dark coat sitting at a corner table and reading a book titled The Law and the Promise. I asked, "Is that about Neville Goddard?" He looked up slowly and smiled, not just with his mouth, but with something behind his eyes. "It's not about Neville," he said. "It's about you, and whether or not you believe you're God in flesh." Excuse me? You don't move to San Diego. You assume you're already there, and the world moves for you. He tapped his temple. Everything begins here. Chapter 3. Assume the wish fulfilled. For weeks, his words wouldn't leave me. So I tried it. Each night, lying in my tiny apartment, I imagined myself in a sunny loft in San Diego, smelling the ocean breeze through open windows, hearing waves at night, playing my guitar again, laughing with new friends. I imagined it so vividly it felt more real than my actual room. Live from the end, Abdullah would say. Not toward it, not begging for it, from it. I let go of the how and focused only on the done. Chapter 4. The Shift. 2 weeks later, something odd happened. My boss called me in, nervous and apologetic. "Michael, we're downsizing. We have to let you go." Now before, I would have panicked. But that night, I smiled walking out of the office. "You're going to San Diego," I whispered to myself. The next morning, I got an email, unsolicited. A small startup in San Diego found my resume from months ago. They needed someone to help build their logistics division. Fast. The pay was better than what I had in LA, and they offered relocation support. I moved in 11 days. Chapter 5. Already done. Now I live in a light-filled apartment, 5 blocks from the beach. I write music again. I surf at sunset. I wake up without anxiety. And every so often I visit that same coffee shop in LA when I'm back in town. But the man? The one who told me I was God in flesh? Never saw him again. I'm not sure if he was real or just part of the bridge. Final words. Neville once wrote, "Dare to assume you are what you want to be, and you shall become it." Abdullah would say, "Stop praying, start assuming." And me? I say don't wait for life to change. Change your imagination and life will follow. Because that's the real law. Imagination shapes reality.